Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna scale some fucking ads here. So this is Captain Cortado, Mr. 3 Espressos to the fucking dome piece, and I'm going to scale these ads by 20% every 24 hours. That's the rule. If you're running a ABO campaign, 20% every 24 hours. If it's still performing, hitting the KPIs. If it's a CBO campaign, you can wait 48 hours to scale by 20%. But needless to say, we're scaling to the fucking moon, baby. Woo! Woo!
Question. Why 4 a.m.?
Why 4
Knowing that your first call is usually at 8 or 9. So it's like 4 hours before your actually first call.
Couple different reasons for that. Shout out Mr. 4 to 8 on YouTube and Instagram. That guy, we watched a video by him. He's been doing this for a long time. I've just started this.
This just reaffirmed the reason for him doing it.
Yeah.
And it's because waking up at 4, there's no distractions, there's a lot more clarity, even though when you initially wake up, you feel probably tired. Once you actually start getting into the task, you realize that you can do way more work in a very short period of time compared to trying to do the exact same thing from like 1 to 5. So 4 to 8, his whole tagline is like working from 4 a.m. to 8, getting more than you'd probably do in 4 days. From an actual like progress perspective, so that's why 4 a.m. you get more done. You feel better.
Just got to the gym, a little cardio before this back day, and then back home. Let's get ready for a long day of calls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna break down for you guys how February was. We closed a record breaking amount of clients, most we've ever closed in Versatile history. But it's a new month, new goals, so let's get after it.
Now, so let me have the mic. It's just the same old motif. The heart never safe. Pretty girl's a cold thief. She got away. The way she move make you wanna stay. It's kinda smooth how she stalk or pray. I walk away. Don't blame me if you see me look back though. She fit me to a Texas T. Baby was black.
Welcome back to the vlog, ladies and gentlemen. It's week 8. We are officially in March. We just had a crazy February. Closed the most clients we've ever closed. 27 people. Which I'm gonna break down for you in today's morning meeting with Parker and the plan for March. I got a packed day with around 7 sales calls as per usual, but we came close to hitting the Q1 goal, which means I'm gonna get removed from the sales process. We got so much shit going on. Parker has so much work to do, so many new clients that we got to onboard, but let's get into today's episode. See your ad, but you don't have to pay for it. And if you wanna turn that on-campus,
We gotta start deleting these fuckers.
if you want to see the exact roadmap that we follow to scale our ads up to $800 a day to get a consistent 9x ROAS every single month, click the first link in the description of this video, book in a call, and me and Parker will personally help you scale your SMMA. If you're already at 10 to 30K a month and you want to get to 100, baby, let's get this day started though, brother.
Whoa! Actually, I want to show you guys one thing else real quick before you fucking leave. Adnan, I want you to zoom in on this client that texted me yesterday from off campus.
Yeah.
From off campus. And I want you to read what it says.
Pull up the screenshot actually.
I want you to read what it fucking says.
Oh yeah. Pull up the screenshot. Boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
82K. Boom, boom.
82K cash collected. That's what happens when you get the right systems from the right people, baby. Let's go. That will be sent out to church.
So that's a typical day with the boys. Carter's in the room here. Parks is over there. I'm working on a video that I'm gonna be posting today on the kitchen, and I've heard something. I've heard Carter saying, "See you on the onboarding call." So let's see what's going on here. Ooh yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. We're starting off March hot, baby. We need to close definitely way more than that, but we're starting off hot. New client signed. Boom. First one of the month, baby. Let's go. Let's go. So a lot of you are probably wondering what actually happens after I close a deal. And basically this is like the pre-onboarding steps. So the initial things that I have to do is obviously we get the agreement signed. I got to create his client folder and upload the agreement in there. And then after that, I upload our sales call tracking sheet to put closed deal and track all the metrics. And then I take the Fathom call recording that we have and I put that into a ChatGPT prompt to give me a full breakdown and a summary of the call. So when I send off the new client notification into our team Slack chat, our CSM Jane can then go and read the entire summary of the call before she has a kickoff meeting. That way she actually knows the client situation, what he's trying to focus on, where he's located, some background information. So she jumps into the call actually feeling like she understands where the client's currently at. So basically that's the next steps for me. Upload the tracking sheet, upload the agreement into his new client folder, send off a new client notification to the entire team, fire them up, process the payment, and the rest is handled on the service delivery side of things.
Team call just ended, daily team call. That was a really good one. The biggest thing I'll want to do set expectations on for agency, and it should go to anybody out there running a business, is communication is easily one of the most important things and will solve 99% of the problems that come up with your agency. It's just constant client communication. During that onboarding process, if you're waiting 7 days to give them an update, they're going to get worried about their investment, and it builds distrust within the agency. Even ongoing with the service, constant communication while you're doing the work, make sure you have all these systems set up within that task manager like ClickUp. ClickUp's probably the best way to do it. But that being said, like, communication is absolutely everything, and it's kind of just what I harped on with that call with the team, just to make sure we don't let that standard drop and clients get constant communication. So yeah, overall good call. Let's go eat some lunch.
Let's go in there, buddy.
It's currently 3:30, and our boy, the Tabster, one of the owners at Turnberry Acai here in Montreal, the greatest acai bowl I've legitimately ever tasted in my life, not gonna lie. Me and Parker have spent a ridiculous amount of money in this place, not gonna lie. But he hooked us up, dropped this off for the boys, get refueled before my sales call. Oh, you guys
Oh, let's go.
This looks like here. And I got mine for later on. What do I call this? Shout out Tapster, you're the GOAT. Thanks, brother. That's perfect.
I'd probably same things. So now when the exam, it's gonna like put it into here as a task.
Yeah, organization perspective.
I'll take referrals, but link in the description if you want to sign up for ClickUp.
In the beginning stages, you don't really need it. I wouldn't say like spend.
It'd be good to like get the foundations up, but like yeah, it's not fully can't justify the price if you have like 10 clients.
But why do you think organization is that important in your business?
Oh, I mean, we felt the burden of not being like extremely organized. Like when you think you're organized, you're probably not to like the next level. And we just learned this through chatting with other agency owners and seeing that they use ClickUp. But yeah, you just need to be on top of everything, because if clients are bringing problems up to you, then you're already at a loss. But if there's problems that are happening, but you're bringing it up to the client and you're presenting them with solutions, then you're ahead of the 8 ball and you're winning essentially.
99.9% of reasons why clients complain, have feedback, or there's issues going on the back end, it's either from communication or a lack of systems. And then thirdly, which is often pretty rare, is a person's problem. Usually it's not a people problem and they're not doing their job wrong or they're bad at their job. It's because you don't have the systems for them to do the job at an adequate pace. For example, people writing down tasks on paper and like that's what works for them. You're like, okay, that's fine. We don't have a system for like tracking tasks for me to keep them accountable on calls. That's gonna become a mess, and eventually stuff gets missed out. Clients complain about it and say like, you guys don't follow up enough. All these problems occur, and it's mainly just down to you not having the systems in place to be able to assist your team and help out. That's honestly what it comes down to.
Yeah, and it's honestly not even just from like a management perspective. It's also just from like a team perspective. It's way easier to actually manage your time and structure your day and do things properly and on time when management has the systems put in place for you to just follow a structure every day, and you log on, you click your dashboard, here are your tasks, here's the SOPs and how to do them. Your life's gonna be a lot easier from an actual like work perspective. Okay, just finished up the day here. I got my last call in 10 minutes with the students at off campus, but I'm gonna break down for you guys how February was and what the plan is for March, the last month of Q1 here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for February, subscribe, because next week I have a video dropping breaking down legitimately all of the numbers and how this month was possible and what went into closing the amount of clients that we did. So make sure you like, subscribe, to stay tuned for that video dropping next week. But we signed 27 new clients in February. So we came 68% of the way towards hitting the goal, which was 300,000 in new cash collected for Q1. That's what we need to hit in order to be on pace for the overall goal for the series. But it was still a very good month, and King Khan was within pace of his KPI from a close rate perspective. He just didn't get enough volume from a book call perspective due to some scheduling issues and stuff like that. But now we are ready to rock for March. So that was overall the big picture of February, 68% of the way there to the goal. But now the plan for March is both of our schedules are dialed, and we are shooting for a total of 205 booked calls between the two of us. We want to have a total close rate of 23%, which will get us 35 new clients. And then with 5 splits that we have coming in this month, that'll give us a total of new cash of basically around 300,000, which is what we're aiming for. Parker, Mr. Stevens, in the operations side of things, they have like 17 client renewals coming up this month. So we're trying to lock in 11 of those, hopefully stack some MRR and avoid some fires over there. But man, it's a grind. We got some big plans, a lot of just new clients to onboard. Mr. Stevens is dialing in new friggin' dashboards. We got new hires and onboarding specialists coming on. So moving the needle, having tons of fun. Make sure you subscribe, like, to stay tuned for this series in the next video. We got tons of good shit coming out. A full breakdown of February and how this was possible going live next week. Me and Parker are going to Bahamas on Thursday to celebrate his 4th year anniversary here at Versatile Agency. So stay tuned for that. See you guys in the next.